What's up, my favorite people? What's up, Michigan? What's up, Florida? What's up, Michelle? Don't look at me in that tone of voice. What's up, Ben, Meg, Sue, Tina, Maria, Camel Carl? What's happening, brother? Yeah, good jam. That's a good jam right there. All right. What up, Frank? All right. Well, I don't know if I'm sad or happy or a little bit of both or what. Michelle really hasn't done no packing yet. She'll get to it though. Yeah. Chef Kim, Kathy, Luann. Let me put these coats in while I'm thinking about it. Oh, beautiful day here in Florida. About 90 out. Just got back from the beach. Yeah. Sometimes life is rough. It'll be rough when I leave, I'll tell you that. Ain't that right, Michelle? You know that's right. Shoot. All right. A little different. Not being at home. Hey, Joanne. Hey, thanks, Maria. Oh, we're at the beach. What do you think that kid was, Michelle? 2, maybe? 2, 2.5. Had some floaties on his arms, and then it kind of came across. And just walking around. Not really getting in the water, but just kind of walking around on the edge of the water. And gave him a little shark tooth I found. And I think his parents were behind us. So we kind of kitty corner right by us, back to his parents. Then we see him again, and he's got some watermelon, big old thing, right? A big old chunk of watermelon, and he dropped it. Then he picked it back up. He started eating it again, but he could tell he wasn't really happy. Then there was 2 girls that were with him. They must have been 10, I'm guessing, something like that. So they're kind of looking at him all funny. Then threw it back down again. And then this other girl, I kind of just said out loud, I said, just rinse it off. But she didn't hear me. Sure enough, she just puts it in the water, hands it back to him. He starts munching on it. I love that little kid. Probably pretty good. It's a little salty from the ocean. Yeah, he mounted out on that thing. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, thanks, Carl. Hey, Chabal, what's happening, buddy? Deanna, good to see you. You missed nothing, buddy. You missed nothing, Chabal. Hey, Lori. Yeah, that little kid was pretty cool. He didn't care. He didn't have a care in the world. He didn't really like that sand too much, but I think it was a little better once once his cousin or friend or whoever rinsed it off for him. He was pretty happy now. Yeah, pretty funny. Hey, Poppy. Pappy. Oh, I gotta pay attention. I got 2 people in the waiting room. Sweet Jesus. All right. Diamond and Zoom user. I'm guessing that's probably Robert. Robert. Yeah, I can tell by the forehead. Or the 5 head. What's up, Robert?
Oh no, I beat her. Darn it.
No, you beat me, Robert. You were here first.
She wasn't
I
waiting
almost-
yet.
I wasn't sure.
Now you're muted, buddy. You just went from first to second. So close, Robert. Still check. Hey, you're muted, buddy. You're muted.
You must have pressed the mute button, Robert. Unmute yourself.
I might have muted him. Oops.
There
Hey,
you
did
go.
I mute you?
I don't know. Hear me now?
I might have muted you.
Diamond did it to Craig now, getting strikes.
Oh
What's
no,
that?
did I do it to Craig?
Oh, I thought you did with the music the other day.
Yeah, the Werewolves of London.
Craig, oh, yeah, Craig got one, yeah.
That was a diamond. You wanted
Oh,
that
it was
music?
Diamond's idea?
I'm an instigator, yeah. Just call me Diamond Strike Lil.
Hey, I met Craig's wife yesterday. I said hi to her on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a good girl. Puts up with Craig, she's got to be a good girl.
Got Michigan on right now.
You're a good girl. Love.
So how did you like all the news last night? Hello?
Robert, you and my wife are both talking to me. I don't know which one. I didn't listen to either one of you. I don't know what you said. And I don't know what Michelle said.
She
So
has priority.
What'd you say?
What a night last night and all the news.
Hey, you need a mute button on yourself, Michelle. You're throwing me off here. You're throwing me off my game. Go get in the shower, woman.
She
Stab you.
she has priority over Robert.
Send me some Miami stuff. I'm a
Michelle's
Dolphin
listening.
fan.
I'm last priority.
Go get in the shower. You said you were getting in the shower. Woman.
So did you hear Mike come on Liberty last night? Diamond?
Did I what now?
Mike came on Liberty last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Wow. Mike Penny?
No, Mike Liberty.
Oh, Liberty Mike. Okay.
Because he was watching his mom and aunt and everything. And I guess he talked to Jeff B and everything. And
Yeah.
so
How's his mother doing? Did he say, Robert?
I think he said something about they got a prescription for her, I guess.
Okay, good.
Something, I don't know what it was.
Doing okay.
But he said somebody that was on his show said Monday's gonna be starting to get arrest people, I think. So I don't know.
I hear you're top of the list.
Yep.
Robert's the top of the list.
Mike sending me raspberries on a photo eating a whole berry branch yesterday.
Oh,
I I tried to do my own channel, but I don't know if I did it right or not.
Ask Monty. He just did his. He'll help you right out. See what I did there, Monty?
What's that?
You're welcome.
What's that?
I said, Robert needs some help starting his own channel. I volunteered you. That's the
I'm
type
still
of guy I am.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Thanks, buddy.
So no,
Well-
no bad road thing on the road at all? It was a good trip?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good trip, except when the wife was driving. That was kind of rough on me for a little bit. But then I kicked her off and I started driving, and it got a lot better.
You're saying that you were in the trailer in the back seat.
I'm gonna just put a bed in the back, and no, I'm not gonna do that.
No, Craig said you were gonna have a sofa and a television all set out back there, and your
Yeah.
wife was gonna be driving.
I don't know.
So what do you think about that news though on that audit yesterday?
I didn't watch much of it, Robert. I was traveling, and I don't really know anything that happened, but it's probably a bunch of bull crap, in my opinion.
Well, they had the crowd going though. 2 times the crowd erupted. They found the evidence that he was on the keyboard, controlling everything. They found it was they
Yeah.
found the proof. So
I joined some Telegram accounts, of people that are supposedly not here anymore. And my phone has just been going off like crazy with all kinds of pictures and information, and oh my Lord.
what are they saying?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. All kinds
What
of
is-
stuff.
Is Monday gonna be the day for the handcuffs or what?
No, they're not giving stuff like that. It's all about, why they gave with the vid, why is there a 6-foot distance, a mask, you have to wear a mask, and you have to wash your hands or put your hands with the hand sanitizer. It's a satanic ritual. It's what the satanic people do during a satanic ritual. They're 6 feet apart. They have a, thing, and they wash their hands. And all kinds of people are doing it voluntarily without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I'm not participating in that anymore. Not
Yeah,
that I
no,
didn't much in
no.
the first place, but
Yeah, neither am I.
what's going on, Chabal?
Hello, good day, everybody. Hi.
Good day, sir.
And I was just saying we're not standing up because most of us are law-abiding citizens, and they don't want to eat from a hot or cold tray from a cot. So that's why we're not standing up.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
Yeah, but also the what happened yesterday, I think those guys were spewing so much stuff off. People were just waiting for the most simplest, dumbest terms, and really what that was yesterday was the scale was just astronomical. That server had more people in it than Britney Spears during her performing years. It was absolutely astronomical. So
Jeff,
go ahead, I'm listening.
I was gonna tell Jeff, I text Craig and Mike for you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
What's up,
You're all right,
Jabal?
Robert.
Hello, the real McCoy. How are you, sir?
All right, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I want to get back into the war, but I just feel like I lost my mojo,
Right?
and I don't want to comply to these code words everybody still uses. I can't. It hurts my
Yeah.
heart.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
And then I just started stumble. What I really truly missed doing the news was still studying it and learning about the world and everything, and that's what I truly missed. And I just got to figure out how to balance everything and still have energy to deliver the news. But y'all my heroes for signing on every day, and when I can't wait to watch y'all. I thank you very much for being consistent and keep doing it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody all right? Today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I think we don't stand up for a couple of reasons. I think we don't stand up because we're slaves, and we kind of just get used to, I wouldn't say getting a free cheese, which most people are getting that, right?
yeah.
I think you got them that ain't standing up because they get the free cheese. And then you got, like you said, the law-abiding citizens that don't want to have 3 cots in a hot, or three hots in a cot, and we just kind of want to be left alone and do our own thing. But you're going to push us into a corner, and I think that we're almost in that corner. We went to a gun show today, and we talked to a few people there. Guy had a bunch of cool stickers. Said Trump 24, Trump DeSantis. I said, well, that's a dumb one there. Why does that say Trump 24? That should say Trump 21.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. I said, well, 2024 ain't gonna happen.
Yep.
I said, oh, you look at Trudeau and look at Newsom. I said, they already cheated. I said, you got to fix 2020 first before you can even make it to 2024. 2024 don't make any sense.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's what we do is just talk about it. I said, yeah, you're absolutely right. We're just sitting there talking about it. We ain't doing nothing. So that's kind of what I thought of this title. Why haven't we stood up yet? So I think that's one of the other reasons, probably our food, I believe fluoride, they learned that from World War II. Same thing, I believe now, you guys look me up on this. Fluoride is the same thing it's an ingredient in Prozac, I believe. They put it in our water. They, when you go to the dentist, they give it to you, fluoride treatment, stuff like that. Well, fluoride don't have any anything beneficial for your teeth, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Check me on it, but it's like I can't remember who said it. Maybe multiple people said it before, but it's like cooking a frog. We're being cooked nice and slow, and we don't even really realize it. We do realize it. We do know what's happening, but we're not really doing nothing about it. We don't do something about it real soon, it's gonna be too late. So that's my 2
That's
cents
what,
on
You also got to take into effect the percentage. I don't know what kind of percentage it is. I'm sure it's a little bit of the ones that's already been in trouble. And if they go and do even one thing and they get thrown in jail, that's the last strike, and then they get thrown in the the big hoosegow forever.
Yeah, but now you go back to the law is illegal.
Right.
And if we don't know our rights, then they've been doing it all along. I've been thrown in jail illegally. I've been thrown in jail illegally.
Okay. So yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But it's actually our due diligence to go and get ourselves repealed off of the Second Amendment and put on, wait, is it repealed? I don't know. To take ourselves off the Second Amendment and put ourselves onto the Constitution, to put ourselves onto the first Constitution. That's our job. We actually have to go through that.
Right. And yeah, it should be easy.
It's not.
It's not. How you doing, remote? Panel just got a lot better looking. Shoot.
Fluoride.
Still
They
need an eye
say,
exam.
Yeah, and that fluoride thing has been going on since the 1930s in Germany, and they actually talk about it. They talk about it, about what the purpose is of why they're providing their camps fluoride.
Yeah.
Camps.
It dumbs them down and it calcifies the pineal gland.
At a very yes, but at a very young age. I mean, our pineal gland isn't supposed to calcify until like we're in our 50s. So they're trying, and also and okay, so I live outside, or rather inside the city of Philadelphia. I'm literally on the skirts. And if you actually walk into our water treatment facilities, oh gosh, the chemical, I was actually in one of them. Now I wasn't smart enough to take photos, because I was just like, look at all these powders I'm around. And then you actually look at what those powders do to you. They're linked to depression, hair loss, cancer, calcifying of the pineal gland. And they say we can absorb up to I don't want to use a high number, but over 3 ounces of water into our body during a shower. That's some stuff. And 3 ounces isn't a lot, but it's enough to get to oh gosh. Also, what I've been learning is we really shouldn't get sick ever.
Right.
Because our whole body is surrounded by it. Like, now, this is what you were going off of months ago about the vitamin C.
Yep.
But what I'm learning is the mucous membrane. Everything they give us is a constant attack on our mucous membrane, so anything can enter our bloodstream. And oh gosh, it's all war against our health. And then it goes into my theory that I'm looking into of we are the AI, and then we were made perfect, took over, and now they're trying to take us out. And humans are really hard to kill. That's I'm psycho. Please, I need a third.
I think you're right. I think they don't want to kill us right off the bat, right? They want to use us for slaves, but they do want to kill us right about 65, 67 when it's time to retire. That's a fact.
But why don't they want to kill us right off the bat? Wouldn't that, I'm starting to realize that would kind of be the easiest thing at this point.
They need slaves.
You can get enough slaves to do what you need to do, because okay, so Jeff, what I'm realizing is as I'm getting back into studying a lot of things, is there's so many technologies that we just don't have anymore because they took it from us. So why don't they just put in those technologies that we had but would be new again, and then use a little bit of slaves that you have? Gosh, they have robots now that load pallets.
Yeah.
Just kill it now. I mean, it's like they should get some kind of like thing that they put into a vial and then they jab it into your arm and then take out the whole population. Do you think they would come up with something like that by now?
I think they just did.
Oh shit! Bro! Bye.
Go ahead, Monty.
Jabal. No, they don't really care. The big elites, whatever, they don't care for the retired class, because they've already put in their work. They've already made them money.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have to pay them out money.
Yep.
To the retired class.
Yeah.
And so they feel like they've served their purpose.
In their sin system, we as chattel are valued at about $5 million at birth. By the time we reach retirement age, we're no longer useful to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up, Robert?
Last night on Liberty, I think Remote might have heard that guy speak. Remote, about that one guy saying about one of the things happening, he's given up or something. Everybody's getting his opinion on Trump's rallies and stuff. It's always the same. You hear that one guy?
Well, they are. I hate to say it, but you listen to one, you've listened to them all. There might be a slight change based on location, but a lot of people seem to like to read into what he says and find code work in it. And I don't know, after a time, I just stopped listening to his rallies.
When are they going to get,
But I do
things
think
happening?
something's happening with that Arizona thing, because the attorney general said that they're going to get some indictments. They're going to look into it deeper, and there's going to be indictments today. There was a statement released. So hopefully that will be the case.
That's what Mike, when Mike came on last night during the calls, he was saying that he talked to Jeff B and everything.
Yeah, you know, you get to a point where this didn't happen on this date, this didn't happen on this date. You know, both sides are playing with us. The only thing that's going to change us, in my opinion, is when we stand up and we don't let people control us anymore. You know, you go back to like Boston Tea Party. They, you know, the problem back then is, well, it wasn't a problem. It was actually good. Is they didn't really have nothing to lose. Now, the reason we don't want to stand up, in my opinion, is we have a lot to lose. Right? You got your family, you got your house, you got your retirement, you got whatever, you name it. You know?
Yep.
Another thing is that he, what Wendy Rogers said on Telegram, I think she or somebody did. I thought that people decide who runs the country, right? So how come they can't decertify the election if that wasn't the one that we voted for? They all know it. How come they can't decertify it?
Yeah.
It's not as simple as you think, because really,
Yeah, it's really simple. Like what Mike was saying, he was saying it's time to switch the switch. If they're gonna do it, let's do it. Everybody's getting sick of it. There are people committing suicide, and that one lady, that 22-year-old that died.
that's
I
the
think
point. That's the point. This is war, son, or sir, and this is what's supposed to happen from me being taken out off the web to you getting tired of sitting on your ass. It's this is war, sir, and we're just the ones watching. But there are bigger people out there that have to go through a due diligence or a process in order to get their goals or their actions to be finalized. Just like they put out their actions to get finalized to try to get unfinalized. It's a weird world where you would think, you know, the left hand's supposed to be watching the right hand while the left foot's sitting there watching the right hand and the left hand, and everybody's watching everybody. But when you pay everybody to run one agenda, you know, it's pretty hard to fight, sir. Thank you for letting me share.
Diamond,
It's all
Remote.
politics. It's all politics.
Diamond's got something to say.
Yeah, remote. I wanted to just tell you, I saw a short TikTok video, someone in Canada, and he said, pay attention, especially in the Winnipeg or Manitoba area, but it goes for all of Canada. He says he contacted the Human Rights Commission, and they said it's illegal for businesses to discriminate against whether or not you've had the thing or not.
Duh.
And so he's telling people to contact the Human Rights Commission when they do go to a place and they're not served or anything like that. And the business will be liable for fines and court costs, is what he was saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's purely discrimination, and anybody who thinks otherwise is a bit moronic. Now, if I could screen share, Jeff, I'll show you what Silver Girl sent me about the audit yesterday, or
Hold on, buddy.
the thing.
You're good.
Okay.
I just realized that I need to get my iPad charged, so I will be right back. I'm going to mute.
All right, Shep.
Okay. Are you guys seeing what my
Yes.
screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, so this is from Senator Kelly Townsend, and she says all the issues that were repeated yesterday, but what's underlined here is very important. We must both nullify that erection and move forward with indictments. I think that's very interesting. And then this is all the senators of Arizona and representatives of Arizona have all signed a letter stating that they will be looking into this completely and fully and handing out indictments where necessary. So just so you know, something's happening there, hopefully. I don't think that's BS.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about this many times on many different channels. You know, they're going to come out with the information when it's ready, when it's more convenient for them. They're just kind of giving us little breadcrumbs here and there, but things are happening. You know, and we can see the one side that's kind of, we can see where they're going. And I think that's part of the plan, is they want us all to wake up to these people and what they're trying to do to us. Because how many, Robert and all of us been through this situation where we try to tell somebody, look, this is what's going on, and they won't believe it, right? You got to be shown. So I believe this is what they're doing. As painful
Like last night,
as it
yeah.
is for us, it's what we got to go through.
Yep.
Like last night, there were people clapping in the background when they announced that they saw the people that was in charge typing in the codes during the election and everything, that was flipping the votes and everything. They were really happy. And then
And they had a shared password. It was one
Yep.
password for all the machines.
650 something people were involved.
Makes
in that.
no
I think.
sense.
Which were never supposed to be plugged into the internet.
Right, and they
Exactly.
lied. Hey, they got double Kamala photos now on Telegram. And they had 2 photos on her.
What, camel toe with their heels up?
They're showing her face or something. I don't know. Her.
Hey, Jeff,
Hi, everyone.
what are those pictures of behind you?
This one is this is our first hike. Hey, Shep's on here. This is
Hi, Sam.
Hi, everyone.
Of course, this is in Washington. I can't remember the name of this hike. Matter of fact, it should be on the back here if I was smart. Nope, not smart. What is it? No. This is Mount Baker, I believe. This is Ptarmigan Trail. And this is Lake 22, I believe. All in Washington State.
Okay, I was going to ask you what state. Yeah.
I've been those places.
Have you really? Nice.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jeff,
beautiful.
yeah, well, I lost power the other day. Did you hear about that storm we had?
Yeah, it was. We didn't lose power or nothing.
No, it's on the back.
No, it's not. Oh, back of the picture. All right, don't get in here all bossy and stuff. I'm on the TV, you know.
I need help.
Ramon, say a prayer for Michelle, will you? She's
We're going to,
really been getting on my nerves lately, you know, and I just need help, you know.
all of a
How to make
sudden,
this sandwich.
all of a sudden we see this picture hit you in the head.
Okay.
God created man and woman, Jeff, and there's nothing that can be done about it.
Lake Thornton, Shep.
I've not been up in the mountains, so,
Yeah.
but if James were here, I'd ask him.
Cascade.
He is, James is racing today in the Central Oregon in Oak Ridge. And yesterday he raced 15 miles, and then today is 10 and tomorrow is 5. And different trails up in the mountains above. It's sort of like he said above 30 miles above Eugene, Oregon. So up in the central part of Oregon.
Middle of nowhere, yeah.
And he said it was really tough, the first race. There was a section that was so steep. He said he didn't think that he had ever been on anything so steep. And he just did that really steep one at the rut in Montana. So, but he made it, he finished. And he thinks that he was probably the oldest one there. So I said,
Good.
well, then you did really well. Maybe you'll get an award for being the oldest one there and finishing the race.
Yeah, maybe it's like a participation trophy.
Right. There was
Well, better.
nobody in his age group. He was the only one. So, and he's 68.
Wow.
So nobody over, he said there were people over 50, but nobody over 60. So
That's the only time I'd ever get first place if I was the only one running,
me too.
you know?
Hey, you guys, can I weigh in on the big report?
Absolutely.
All right. So I don't know if everyone knows, but in my career, I worked for a very major insurance company. And basically, I was a forensic auditor. And I gave presentations like Dr. Shiva and the other guy, I forget his name, the Ninja Warrior guy or whatever he is.
Doug
And
Logan.
so I was very interested in watching it because the report on the PowerPoint and all the words and everything they outlined was so similar to what I used to do. And so that's the process. That's exactly what President Fan, was that who it was, said. You know, we're getting the report, and then if, you know, we see that there could be some criminal or something that needs to be looked at the, you know, in the criminal part, that's why we forward the thing to the AG. And they decide what kind of charges, if any, should be filed or any indictments. So being in the insurance world, I did it because we were protecting our company against people within our company that were doing things wrong and trying to get away with that kind of stuff, like signatures not there or postmarks not there, or like that Photoshop thing where the stamp of verification was behind the blank, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's so apparent to me. They cheated, they lied, and then they deleted their files trying to cover it up. So
If I may cut in that, but what the way they did that audit though was perfect
yes,
because even the people that were involved, they're like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Nobody knows what's going to happen next, and nobody knows what they really heard. You just have to understand what they were doing in their process, and then do all the adding up in your head. Now there was somebody that was on Telegram, excuse me, and there was somebody on Telegram. I had to yell at them. They were so loud upstairs. And they gave out all the screenshots so we could pretty much slow it down for ourselves. Gosh, if you really went through the numbers, my guess would be like 500,000 votes. Like you picked the wrong county to try to flip because
I took screenshots along the way up until a certain point. Then my son called and I couldn't watch it anymore. But yeah, you're right, Jabal. You're right.
And I'm okay. So now Praying Medic, he only has a couple. Oh, Praying Medic actually has a lot of screenshots. But if you guys on Telegram, Praying Medic has a lot of screenshots, and I can't remember who else. But I counted a lot of votes, and you picked the wrong county. It's you pretty much had to flip every single vote in order for. But now I get why in the movie they would have picked that county to do the search.
So does anybody remember what the certified official results were? The difference, like, was it 11,000 or was it 200,000?
It was a small number, and I do remember exactly yesterday saying there was enough duplicates just to overturn it, so you didn't really need it.
Exactly. That was going to be my point. We're right connecting, Jabal.
What about the 50,000 illegals?
That voted? Oops, sorry.
Yeah, the 50,000 illegal
Yeah.
immigrants.
They did? I didn't know that. See, I had to get off the call. So
Now,
I didn't
there's
see the whole
enough there. There's
presentation.
enough there to.
And didn't they delete the files like
Yes, and they
two-
caught it. Whoever was sitting at
one
the
or 2
desk.
days, 1 or 2 days before the A?
1 day before.
Yeah.
On the
What a
third.
bunch of
Yes.
idiots. They're idiots.
Actually, there was a couple of deletions and at one point,
Yes.
over 1 million deletions.
Yes.
So basically that's like saying that you had to delete all them to reinsert them, to delete them again, to hide everything. That I was having a hard time following. But
I
Shepherd,
think, I think they were counting on no password, so everybody had access to it. And what they forgot is about the cameras in the rooms.
you also got that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Shepherd, did you hear about the names? Did you hear that one guy presentation that on one of the ESP's things that there was like 600 names or something that was, and they said that it wasn't connected to the internet. So they lied. there in that
Yes.
part.
One of them was like all Fox News.
Oh,
They are so busted.
Very much so. But yesterday I was watching various different channels, and I think that the wheels of justice turn slowly, and so everybody's just throwing up their hands like, oh God, here we go again. This is just not going to happen. And so I'm just, I worked for a company that the state of Washington actually decided that they needed money from. So I was one of the auditors on this. I think it was a 4-year plan. We had to do all these audits for our own company and submit them to Washington State every quarter. And so that took 4 years until the final settlement was done. And I think they ended up with almost $2 million from the company, the state of Washington. So now when I look back at it, I go, wait a minute. First of all, there really wasn't much wrong that we were doing, that we were following the laws, the insurance laws. And so I really couldn't justify that amount. So the only thing I could think of now when I look back is, oh, were the executives also getting something from that? They were all working
Kickbacks, as it were.
together.
so
And
Shepherd,
the insurance commissioner is still in there.
they said Bendel was saying next week's going to be even bigger, so maybe it's going to be finally happening next
I don't
week.
know.
So.
But wheels of justice turn slowly as far as, this kind of stuff goes, as I've ever seen. But hopefully, I don't know.
They said October 2nd.
Who knows anymore? That's all I know.
One of my friends told me that they found out that they said it's October 2nd. So
Well, that would be the 21 days of prayer, the end of it, I
Now,
think Diamond Lil, that's what Mr. T had said, right?
yeah.
Yes, I believe that, is it the first that is the 21 days or the second?
Oh, I don't know. It was that Las Vegas
One of
shooting thing.
them is the anniversary of the Las Vegas shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they are about doing things on anniversaries and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So now I wrote something else down I wanted to mention, if that's okay, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Do you guys ever see any kind of, I don't watch the show anymore, but I did see a couple clips where the ladies of The View were going to have Heels Up on their show.
yeah. And yes, I saw. Go ahead. You tell your story.
And so there's Joy and the blonde, I don't know her name. And then there's Sunny and the Hispanic lady. I don't remember her name. They're sort of like sitting like couples, and Sunny and the Hispanic lady are on one end of the table and Joy and the blonde are on the other end. All of a sudden, they're going to start introducing HKH to the show. And Joy gets some kind of thing in her ear saying that Sunny and the other lady need to leave the stage. And then she turns around and said they just tested COVID positive for the or not for the vacation, because they already had the vacation, but they were sick. So they needed to leave the stage. And so out of precaution, hey, mister, stop.
I thought that was
You
good.
had to
Mark.
weigh in on it too. Out of precaution, they put Harris in the back room or some studio where she did the interview from there. You really think she was there? No. I think it was all a setup. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I agree too. That's actually the first thing that came to my mind was like that's staged. That's totally staged. And oh gosh.
Yes.
And then the way they were like the producer, because you could hear the producer shouting. And I was like, oh no, that dude knew exactly what to say. He knew to keep them they I don't think they were on cue, but the producer knew what was going on.
Oh,
Why does
God.
anybody watch The View anymore is my question.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
I don't watch The View, but my misery, she watches The View because she doesn't really believe in the movie.
Yeah, that would be people who watch The View. You're right.
So that's how I was able to catch it. And I tell her all the time, why are you watching these socialist communist bastards? But she still keeps on doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I changed when I figured out Joy worked for the cabal,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she has for her entire career.
And Whoopi.
And
Yeah,
she's
Whoopi
filthy,
too,
and she'll be one of the ones getting a hemp necktie when this is all said and done.
I was gonna do some kind of video on Joy, just going back through her career. I haven't gotten around to that one yet.
Go ahead.
Crazy.
Well,
Hey
this,
Jeff, I got a question.
oh, go ahead.
I've been having my hand up ever since you talked about it. Where's Lake 22? That's how long I've had my hand up.
It's all Washington State.
I'm
I
not
thought you were
watching
waving.
the screen, so sorry.
No. It's all right, Jeff.
All Washington State, Monty.
I'd never heard of Lake 22, so that's why I was just asking.
This one here is Lake 22, I believe.
Right on.
Yeah. Oh, my stepdaughter, I believe, is flying back out from Seattle Seattle, SeaTac. Absolutely loves Washington, which Michelle and I was out there about a year and a half. And we told her, you're going to love it. But, you know, people don't, I guess they'll only hear you when they're ready to hear you, or they find out for themselves about certain things. I've done it throughout my life. You know, my parents said, hey, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. And I'm like, yeah, well, you don't know nothing. I'm going to do it my way. And then I'm like, man, you know, you were probably right there, Mom, Dad. So.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. But she loves it. She had a great time.
Good.
Yeah.
Monty,
Did
I
she like
posted a map
Seattle?
there for you.
What's that, Shep?
Did she go into Seattle, downtown to Pikes or all that?
Yeah. Yeah. She went to Pike's Place. She went to, she took a ferry ride last night.
Oh, good.
They might have done a few other things,
Yeah.
but they were staying in
that's
Bellevue.
good. Oh, Bellevue's really nice.
So it's kind of a Uber ride.
It was really nice the last time I was there, which was quite a long time ago, but that's an upscale area.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said a million times, Washington State's my favorite state.
Shh.
Beautiful.
We want to keep it a secret.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what a lot
Just
of
need
people
to get
told me
rid
out
of,
there,
you
right?
know who. We need to get rid of the swamp.
I met a lot of
But
good
other
people
than
out
that,
there.
there's no income tax here. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I told
Unfortunately,
Fred, Jeff's looking for you.
yeah. He's probably sleeping or peeing in a pool, Robert.
I spent a lot of time as a kid in Idaho and Washington, Lake Pend Oreille, Twin Lakes, all over the place around there. I loved it. Beautiful down there.
Did you say Pend Oreille?
I
Yep,
don't know
Pend
what that
Oreille.
is.
I've never heard of that
Pondereille.
Right on.
But Shepherd, you and your husband should go down the Colorado River, to see the London Bridge.
How would I go down it? In a car or in a boat?
Either way,
The visit.
You mean in a raft?
No, the visit.
Oh.
Fly from there to Arizona.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be fun. I don't want to do a raft, though my husband James would love it if I would. So,
Go there after November. Just after November when it cools down. So,
yeah, I love Arizona. I've been there in March and it was beautiful. Nice weather. And I was in Cave Creek and the Scottsdale area, and then we went to Sedona, and we went to Prescott and Jerome, which I loved.
I don't know what that is.
Jerome is a old Western style town, like into a hillside. Really cool.
I tried to click on that remote and it don't. It don't take me nowhere. Thank you for the map on Lake 22. Also, I didn't know I could stay in the meeting and click on something like that and still stay in the meeting.
learning something new every day, Monty.
Yep.
Yes, Washington, I think we get a bad rap about the rain and all that, though we can have a lot of rain in the winter, and it can go like through April sometimes, but it brings May flowers.
And it's way better than snow.
And yeah,
Don't say
and
that
the
word.
snow is only like once or twice a year. It's really not bad.
Yeah, you guys got fires out there too, though.
Yeah, in Eastern Washington, there's never been one, knock on wood, around Southwest Washington.
Yeah, Cascades.
Though
burned.
it got close in the, what was it, the Eagle Creek? It was on the Oregon side at Multnomah Falls. And it
Yeah,
almost
been
jumped the river there. Yeah, that was really bad.
When I was there in 2015, they had some burning up in the Cascades.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad, but
Yeah. Well, that's why we enjoy the rain so much.
yeah,
Whenever it rains, I'm happy because it will, take care of getting the dry pine needles out, and the winds come up and blows it all out. It's just the people have to manage their properties to
Yeah.
make sure that they, have their fire lines and, their roofs are cleaned off, and what else? Their
Clean up
trees are-
all the down, the deadfall and
Oh yeah.
all that stuff. Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's how I got my name, Shepherd of the Forest.
that's cool.
Because when I bought this place, it hadn't been taken care of for about 15 years. And there were blackberry bushes like 12 feet tall. It was just awful. So that's how I got my name. A friend of mine named me Shepherd of the Forest.
That's pretty cool. Thank you for that origin.
Yeah,
And,
you're welcome.
I've never been out that way. I always have wanted to make it out that way. But what I have understood about that area is some of it is meant to burn. It's supposed to burn. And it actually happens quite often. And I guess the government not teaching its people like the government should not, teach, not control, to clean your land and to understand what trees are supposed to are going to burn, to where seeds are supposed to clear the way for new seeds or debris.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens, and it's unfortunate that people lose their livelihood, their land, and but that's where the government's supposed to pick up for people and not control you. But it's a beautiful area. I thank you for sharing all of that, And I just wanted to share that not all forest fires are really, really bad. It's just the people they hurt are really, really bad. Thank you for letting me share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. California, though, those fires down there, those were not accidental, in my opinion.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, those
No, when you see that light coming straight down,
And in Canada, right?
yep.
and I feel those fires I'm no fire engineer or fire architect or fire disruptor, but I know for a damn fact they have a better source of what the hell they're doing. I've watched these people shut off flaming pipelines in flooded oil areas and shut all that down. I feel that sources aren't being provided the way they want. Yes.
And I go to Joey's house.
Forest management hasn't been done in California deliberately for how long? 20 years.
Yeah, that's probably for this purpose.
And then they blame PG&E, which, I mean, PG&E,
Yeah, they're not. the
they're
best.
at fault as well, but
Yeah.
they're all complacent and they all should take accountability for it, but they won't.
No, they'll pass it on to the taxpayers.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people know that Lake Pend Oreille is a submarine testing lake.
Oh my God. Where is that remote?
Well, Sandpoint, Idaho is one of the towns on the lake.
Okay,
That
that rings a bell.
Yeah, Sandpoint, Dover, Trestle Creek, Hope, Clark Fork, Cedar Creek,
Oh, Clark
Lakeview,
Fork.
Bayview. It's a big lake. So I suspect that lake might be bottomless or there is a underground seaway getting there, because how did they get the sub there in the first place?
Yeah, good point. Good point. And I would believe that the seaway.
Well, Lake Tahoe, that's like 1,600 feet deep.
Yep.
Jacques Cousteau, I believe, took a submersible down there. He said, "You don't even want to know what's down there."
There's that, and there's the one that Remote was talking about, and then there's one or two of the Great Lakes. They all have tunnels to them.
Oh my God. Oh, is that the Finger Lakes?
I think that's up in New York. I think.
Well, yes, Finger Lakes are purported to have a undersea way. Yes.
Ew.
Then there's one up there by Diamond Lil.
That's what Hunter Biden has tattooed on his back.
Not a coincidence.
Now
I
you
alluded
got,
to that last night on LWN, because I said we were talking about Pennsylvania being a keystone state, and I said, and where are the Finger Lakes?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't meaning necessarily New York. I was thinking more about somebody's back.
Mm-hmm. Gross.
Oh, snaps. Good clue.
Hey, Robert's chatting and he's muted.
Uh-oh.
We're better off. It's
There
okay.
he goes.
I'm kidding. So, okay, so I just want to share this real quick. Does anybody know about the WH trying to ask the federal government to shut down soon? Does anybody know about this article?
I haven't heard it.
Okay, so the article comes out of. Okay. Oh, also I want to share this. Them discriminating you against the is actually against your civil rights. That's not even a joke.
Mhm.
It's just not for rights. I don't know if anybody's talking about that, but it's against your civil rights because they can go for social trends. So if there's a social trend and they're trying to disrupt your social trend, that's actually breaking your civil rights. So just real quick to share the LGBTQ, which is just a trend. We can't break that up because it's going against your civil rights, that trend. I just want to share that.
Trend, you mean as TREND?
Yeah, like, you know, the trend. It's all propaganda, and
Yeah.
those people are just easily manipulated in their brains. 'Cause they
Crazy.
drank
Yeah, you're right.
too much that tap water and got fluoridated.
Yeah.
So it says, prepare for a government shutdown. White House to tell U.S. agencies. This was put out by Reuters on September 23rd, 2021. And it's asking the federal government to prepare for a shutdown because of a spending bill of 28.4 trillion debt ceiling to keep the federal agencies operational. And they're just going to, I don't know, pretty much they're going to shut the federal government down and maybe pull a rabbit out of the hat. And then we see that's when everybody gets apprehended. But they're actually shooting for it to be after September 30th for the shutdown.
And
know,
that's the date,
yeah,
that's the date
end
of
the
the,
quarter.
yeah, if they don't pass a bill, then the government will shut down. I reported that the other day,
Good.
that the potato heads of administration had sent out notifications to all the heads of the government agencies to prepare themselves for a possible shutdown, because the Senate is not, the House has passed a bill, but the Senate, it doesn't look like the Senate is for it. So there's a possibility there might be a shutdown.
Yeah, it's correct. I put the article in there if nobody's familiar with it. And I just want to, because it's as the whole movie collides, you know, it just makes sense.
Making sense. It's making
Yeah.
sense.
I
To the end
saw
of the
on one of
quarter,
these,
that's when the numbers come out. That's when, will the market
You know what I
crash
mean?
too?
I saw on one of these telegram drops here, it was a picture of Matt Gates. You know who Matt Gates is, right?
Yes, yes, man.
Shaking, it was at looked like it was at a hearing in the House, and it was at a break, and he was shaking Rod Rosenstein's hand, and he had his hand, and he had his pointer finger straight out, which was telltale of a
Yeah, go ahead. That's an anon.
no, Freemasonry thing. It says it was a sign of the nail.
Really?
Yeah.
Matt Gates?
I was really shocked.
Like,
Yeah.
when was this? Was
It
this
didn't.
recent?
No.
Rod Rosenstein, he's gone, right?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, this was back, I think, when he was testifying in front of the House with that whole
Oh yeah, right.
Russia thing.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you for
Wow,
that.
the swamp is deep.
I was shocked because I liked
Dan
him.
Crenshaw too, I think, and the governor in Texas, Abbott. Keeps talking out both sides of his mouth. Nothing's getting done.
But we're not. But still, though, if this is really an operation, I mean, and you just think TV show.
You're so right all the time. You always get me. Thank you.
Welcome. Like, there are people out there that are like, listen, I don't want to go to jail. I can't be eating mashed potatoes every day, 3 times a day. Oh no.
And white bread.
Yeah, and white bread. Oh, the military, they give you mashed potatoes and white bread 3 times. Can't be doing. Oh hell no. I'll sell my soul for you since I already sold my soul to the devil. And look at what they were trying to do to Mr. Getz. And then the information just wasn't getting out there. It just wasn't. They're like, we're going to sue you. He was like, sue me, dog. That they already get my record clean. I'm cool. I already flipped on you. You're beat. And so yes, and that's actually how I figured out how all of this and all these corporations and small businesses are going with this mandate is because they're with your local. They're with your local those brotherhoods. They're all with them. The ones with the little hats.
The Shriners, the Lions,
all of them. They go to their all local meetings and they tell all their little guys to push this, and that's what we're seeing. So how do we shut those people down?
Oh, well, I think
Jeff,
it's from the top
I
to the
wanted-
bottom in this way.
That's what
Actually.
that's how they got it. That's how because they're all puppets for their little people. So you know they have to be puppets all the time because they get to keep their little badges.
Yeah.
That's why an extermination plan is the only cure.
Well,
Yeah.
once they turn on the 5G, they're all exterminated anyway. Ha!
Everybody involved.
Jeff, I want to tell you about the border.
All right, go ahead, Robert.
It's showing on Fox saying, I guess Biden is definitely not our, he's our US president. Sure doesn't seem, is showing admitting to go to war with the border patrol. And then it said something about the person that did the comment on the whipping of the immigrants is false. They're lying. I just can't believe Potato Head. How could he be? I don't know.
It's propaganda to get people riled up about things. Dude, I had people on my Facebook telling me that I'm lying about the audit, but I'm still posting the video of what happened yesterday, but they still refuse to watch the video because he was watching on the Central Nazi Network that they're lying. So who's
They've
lying?
been brainwashed for decades.
Correct. And
Yep.
buy Dogecoin because it's going to the moon. And but yeah, these people are crazy.
I saw a glimmer of hope in my son yesterday when we talked.
That's good.
He, he's a flight instructor, but he's only doing check rides now. And so he was doing a check ride with a pilot who has his commercial license. I forget what it was the check ride was for, but Ian told me that he almost crashed. They were 300 feet above the ground and the guy takes a dive. And Ian had to pull him out of a crash. Oh my God. And so he said he's really tired of the company he works for, and not only them, all the flight schools, the universities, allowing people to go through when they're not prepared to go through. This was a check ride. The guy already has his commercial license.
Right? That's real scary.
This was to check him to do something else. I
Right.
forget what he said it was.
Different cert, yeah.
And then there was this. There's a pilot. He's a flight instructor, but he doesn't know how to land a plane.
Wow.
And so he wanted to do check rides for students doing other things, check rides for other things. But I said, wait, if the student doesn't know how to land and the instructor doesn't know how to land, I wouldn't want to be that student. Come on.
Maybe the student could land the plane though.
Can you
maybe.
believe that they're putting people out like that? They're
Well,
getting
this
through.
doesn't surprise me, Shep. When I was in nursing, I saw the gradual deterioration of the quality of the nurses coming out of nursing, and that this is a direct plan in order for them to be stupid enough to be duped into doing what they're doing right now. Do you understand what I
Exactly.
mean? They
Yes,
have no
because-
ethics. They have no brains of their own. They are
That's right.
automatons.
So when Ian last year, last 2 years, he was instructing a group of Chinese students from China. And then towards the end of their training is when the whole thing went south. And but some of them were allowed to stay and finish their training. But with them, it's a little bit different. All they had to do was get their private, then they were sent back, and they then went on from there to get whatever. So now he's doing people that are Americans. And he said he'd rather train the Chinese than the Americans. because the Americans have no work ethic. At least the Chinese have some work ethic, and they do their homework, and they do as they're told. The Americans don't even do that.
You know,
I don't want to be on a schedule with regular 18-year-old Americans. No way.
you know, they found out the Chinese were the only loyal people out of all the people, different ethnicities throughout the world. Chinese were the only ones that were loyal.
Because they've been ethnically cleansed that way.
Yeah.
And so Ian is at the Flagler Airport, and where their training center is, and then there's a Daytona Beach Airport too. And he had a student that told them that she wanted to go back to Daytona Beach because it was easier there. And I said, why would it be easier there? And he goes, because I make her do this to fly to the standards. And she doesn't like that. So she wants to go back to Daytona because she can get away with it.
Hey, Shep, can you see the private chat?
I can look.
I left you a message.
Okay, thank you. I don't see it.
What are you eating
I'll try
tonight,
to
Jeff?
find it.
What's up, Robert?
What are you eating tonight?
Eating?
Yeah.
It's going to be steak with a patriot here from Florida.
I can't.
Is the
Diamond.
last name Trump?
Maybe.
His last name DeSantis.
No.
Are you guys gonna watch the rally?
Yeah.
I probably will. I'll watch the rally and then I'll watch Michelle pack up. I'll do probably 2 for 1.
I mean, in all actuality, he does drop code in some of his speeches. I heard somebody say that earlier that but he really does. I'm not the one that catch it. Well, I kind of do sometimes, but
Mhm.
I don't have the time to sit there and provide all my neurons to that. I just usually wait for somebody else who.
Jeff, you keep it up. She's gonna end up leaving you in Florida.
The ball, I understand. I don't want to spend my one neuron on that.
Yeah, right. I'm still trying to sit here and understand cryptocurrency, let alone what Donald Trump is saying out of his mouth.
She won't leave me here. She wants to stay here. She'll send me back to Michigan. All right, guys, I got to take a shower. I got to meet someone at 6.
Well, bring it with you.
Have a great time.
I would shower with you. Let's go.
It's gonna be awkward that far away.
It's like the TV show. You know, what's the TLC one?
You watch that show where those people are on the screen and they live life in an apartment in isolation. Oh no, that they do is through text message. Oh, totally different show. Sorry.
Naked and afraid.
Yeah.
That's what we've resorted to for TV smut.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think we should start having a TV show called Naked and Comfortable. I want to be on the first season.
Yeah,
There you go. You'd be right on it.
I'm afraid every time I'm naked. So naked and afraid.
Oh, that's not enough.
Especially when I walk by that mirror.
Yeah. Oh, what's that?
Have a good time, Jeff. Thank you so much for
Yeah, have a
letting
good dinner.
Oh yeah.
me
Everybody,
weigh in on it all.
for letting us have you.
Yes, thank you for
Everybody.
talking and having a good time. That was fun.
Love you all.
All right,
I love you too.
Love y'all. So what are we gonna do, Jeff?
We're gonna take our mask off.
Turn the news off.
Take our shirts off.
There you go.
He's already stripping for you, Jeff. He's ready to take a shower with you, buddy.
I was
I don't know
gonna
who's
say
worse,
to
him or
roll you up
Craig.
at any time, but you have to keep your clothes on.
Don't consent, don't comply.
Man, we're screwed. Making it comfortable. Let's do it.
Help your neighbor, love your neighbor.
Pray every day.
Yeah,
Pray
speaking of that,
unceasingly, preferably.
Monty,
Take
you
a
wanna
walk outside.
say an ending prayer?
I gotta go. Don't put me on the spot like that, brother, please.
Oh, no? Just say no if you don't want to. It's fine.
Not right yet. I'm not.
All right.
uh,
No worries. I'm still going to make you sweat it, but no worries.
oh, I know. I'm already sweating it.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll say a
All
prayer.
right. All right. Can I just say something that like how it made me feel the other day? It made me feel like I let I let people down, like even remote, because I was trying to pray because he wasn't feeling good, and yet it felt like I was not stepping up to the plate, more or less,
Monty,
all the
stop.
way. So
You're too hard on
You
yourself.
prayed
No.
beautifully. Stop beating
No.
yourself up, or I'm gonna come over there and bring the Gordie Howe elbows. You got it?
No, I was just saying.
We'll give you a quarter McPounder.
I was just
You're
explaining.
appreciated. You're very much
explaining.
appreciated.
YouTube it, practice it a couple times. I listen. I'm glad they didn't ask me because I have no idea what to do either. You're cool.
We'll ask you next time, Chabal.
Well, I'm not calling in anymore. You're screwed.
I love y'all.
Hey, if I got to get uncomfortable, I want everyone else uncomfortable.
Damn right.
You know,
Several times in 1 week's enough for me right now. Okay, let me.
you're comfortable doing that, Chabal. That's
Okay. All right. All right, here we go. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
I'll say a little prayer.
I'm not even looking at the screen. I know what's going on.
I'm not. Let's not get sensitized. I thought about it.
I think Chabal's a nudist at heart.
Yeah.
He is.
I am. But okay, guys. Let's. Misery upstairs. I'm in trouble now.
Father God, thank you so much for today. We just ask that you bless this chat, bless this panel, bless everyone that's going to listen to this show later on. We just pray for our country. We pray for all our leaders. We pray for our military. We pray for all of us patriots that are trying to figure all this disinformation out on both sides. We just ask that you give us the courage to stand up and do the things that we need to do to save this nation. Lord, I love every single one of you. I love all our enemies. And we just ask that you take care of our enemies for us, Lord, or you give us the strength to take care of them ourselves. But one of the two has got to happen. We just thank you so much for this beautiful day and all these beautiful people that we can come together multiple times a day and just talk and chat, love on each other. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
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 So.
Amen.
Love you all.
All right. Love you all.
Love y'all.
I'll see you later on, I'm sure.
Love you all.
Have fun tonight.
Oh, yeah.